It's literally just performative. It's just so Texas can say things like, oh yeah, we're better than California because we got the 10 Commandments up on the wall. It means absolutely nothing.
Why not try to...
So a few years ago, a few people I went to high school with moved their families to Texas. Since then, a couple have moved back, a couple have stayed there. One of the ones who stayed, I remember when he was leaving, he said, I'm going to take a pay cut, but it's worth it to get out of commie California. And I thought that was funny because obviously California isn't communist, but whatever. Today, someone else that I know who lives in Texas posted this on Facebook. It says, are you curious to know what Texas does different from California? Here's the list of new laws taking effect this school year. So number one is House Bill 1481, which is a cell phone ban. Basically, it states that students in Texas now can't have cell phones or smartwatches on campus. They can't use them at all. And a lot of them who normally would access like their school schedule and stuff like that on their phones now have to carry them around on paper. I can't believe someone would call California communists and then think this is okay. I don't know what the problem is with having students have cell phones, especially if they're going to have them during their breaks, at lunchtime, whatever. I'm totally fine with teachers taking away cell phones or penalizing kids for being on their cell phones when they should be doing their schoolwork. I'm okay with that. And typically a lot of that is voluntary. I know a lot of teachers in California who give extra credit to students who will give up their cell phone for the day. Something that I typically do is I tell my students, listen, we're going to probably use your cell phones in class to do research a few times. And during those times, if you want to send a quick text, I don't care because I won't be paying attention because you'll be using your cell phone. And I also tell them, if you have something important coming up, you have a job interview, someone's going to call you, maybe you have a child at home, maybe your grandmother's sick or something, I want to make sure you're able to get that call or that text. So listen, if you know a call or a text is going to come in, let me know and it's all good. Even if you don't let me know and I see you look at your phone once or twice to do something, no big deal. I just don't want people habitually sitting in my class while I'm lecturing being on their phone. And I try my best to be the best lecturer that I can so that students aren't sitting on their phone. But to call California communists and then think it is okay to completely take cell phones out of high school students' hands throughout the entire school day, that's nuts to me. Like, it's giving, we don't know how to handle our students. Because it seems to me like it would be easy to be able to talk to students, talk to parents about, responsible cell phone use at school. But whatever, that's one of their bills. The other one is Senate Bill 10 Commandments. It requires public, elementary, and secondary schools to display the 10 Commandments in every classroom starting with the 2025-2026 school year. It has to be displayed where it can be seen on a 16 by 20 inch poster. I cannot believe that, just first of all, the amount of different religions that could be in those schools, not to mention kids who aren't religious at all. Why anyone thinks, I don't even know what the purpose of this is. It's literally just performative. Like, there are things, my wife teaches 5th grade. There are things on her wall, I walk in and I go, oh, that's cool that you have that on the wall for the kids to see. And she's like, yeah, they don't pay attention to it unless I point it out. I always have to point out, hey, remember those things are on the wall for you guys to see. For you to think that posting the 10 Commandments will do anything to turn a student into a religious kid or do anything, it's crazy. It's literally just performative. It's just so Texas can say things like, oh yeah, we're better than California because we got the 10 Commandments up on the wall. It means absolutely nothing. Not to mention, many of these people advocating for it are the most disgusting, just in the closet, behind closed doors, horrible people we've ever met. So again, calling California communists while taking away cell phones and putting the 10 Commandments up on every on every wall in every classroom. I don't get it. Next one, Senate Bill 11 allows time for prayer and reading religious texts. Requires school boards to vote on allowing designated prayer time. The bill allows schools to designate time during the school day for prayer and Bible reading. I'm not a religious person, so full disclosure, I'm not. I just don't. It's not my thing. I don't know why. Like, when I was religious, I never thought I need prayer time. Prayer is something you can do anytime you want. You don't need a designated prayer time. Again, this shit is performative. And giving them time to read the Bible, that is performative. Forcing religion on kids, forcing Christianity on kids by reading the Bible during designated times is performative. Kids who don't want it won't want it. Like, now that I'm not religious, there is nothing, not a thing a religious person can tell me to get me back on that train. I'm just never going to be that. That's absolutely crazy to me that they're forcing that on kids. Senate Bill 12, DEI ban in schools, extends the state's ban on diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives to more than 1,200 K-12 public school districts across Texas. SB 12 bans teaching gender identity and sexual orientation while requiring parents to opt their children into sex education. So, I don't have a problem with opting your kids in or out of sex education. I'm okay with that. I think it's weird that you're going to pretend sexual orientation doesn't exist. You're going to pretend that kids are in your schools aren't gay, teachers aren't gay, administrators aren't gay, and stuff like that. Crazy to me. And just, Greg Abbott is in a wheelchair. If it weren't for inclusion type initiatives, we probably wouldn't have wheelchair ramps. Like, they're so dumb. They've gone so far in this, we got to get rid of DEI, that it just makes no sense at all. I was talking to that same friend about this today. If in my class, when I'm doing my grades, I notice every Hispanic student is failing my class, I'm going to conduct some type of study to figure out why that's happening, to see what the hell I'm doing wrong, and then try to better serve those Hispanic students. Why in the hell are we getting rid of things that just address issues in certain communities? That's so damn dumb. I was talking to someone about this, I forget where it was, but they were trying to figure out why they weren't getting black kids who were applying for this orchestra thing they were putting on. So they realized black kids aren't exposed to the orchestra. So they created this thing with grant money to get black kids more exposed to orchestras. And they canceled that because of these anti-DEI policies. It's like, if you realize there's an inequity, or there's like a section of people that aren't being served by something, what is wrong with saying, let's find a way to serve these people better? What the hell is wrong with this world? I'll go on. Senate Bill 13 allows parents to restrict library materials from their student, gives Texas parents and school boards, not school librarians, the final say over what materials are allowed in their school libraries by creating a framework from them to remove books based on complaints received. Only the approval of 50 parents or 10% of the parents in the district, whichever is less, would be needed to create the oversight councils. Whatever. If these people want to go to schools where they get to choose what's in the library, I don't even have a problem with that. I realize this is them trying to ban books that they find to be, gross or whatever, which is crazy to me because you can Google or TikTok these types of things or YouTube them, but many people have read scriptures from the Bible that said that are worse than some of the books they're trying to ban from schools. Freaking crazy. I need to end this video because it's gone so long, but that's only 1, 2, 3. That was 4 or 5 of them. There are 5 more. Maybe I'll make a part 2 to this video as to not keep you guys on here too long, but Again, someone called California communist and said they were moving to Texas because California is communist. Meanwhile, in Texas, your kid can't have their cell phone at school at all. Your kid is having the 10 Commandments forced on them, probably going to have prayer and the reading of the Bible forced on them. They're getting rid of anything that would recognize an issue within marginalized groups and try to fix those issues. I will take my California communism with a cup of coffee all day long, because what's going on in Texas is fucking crazy. And I am absolutely happy I have never thought about moving there. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.